is up, everybody? My name's Riggs and this is Cali Vibes Off-Road. So today we're going to be installing the Bosman Front Bumper. Mine's taking a beating. It's about time to replace it. Also, this bumper sits a lot closer, and I need all the room I can get in my toy hauler. So every inch counts. So this is going to make a huge difference as far as it fitting in my toy hauler. Also, this the fit and finish on this thing is great. The welds look solid. The powder coating's good. It comes with a winch plate. It's got some pretty interesting gusseting on the inside. That's pretty awesome. And yeah, so we're gonna get this thing installed. But before we get that bumper on that Talon, I'm gonna need some help.
How'd you get here?
Wait a minute. You girls can't do garage work and Christmas dresses. Let's try again.
What? How did you get here? Oh, chocolate. Here you go. Tastes good.
So I'm shooting on a GoPro Hero 10, and just doing the intro, I noticed the anti-shake wasn't as good as normal, so I switched it over to 4K 60 with Super View and Super Boost on, so hopefully it helps with the shaking. This is probably going to give me some trouble. This part's bent and damaged a little. I don't know if I'm going to have to heat this up and bend it, or maybe add some metal or weld it together. We'll figure that out later. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the power cables to the winch.
I'm gonna unloose it.
Ooh. There's going to be a washer on it too. And I'll shove that out of the way. Okay, so this one's got a nut on the other side, so I'm going to have to get a wrench on that side and hold it down while I loosen it up. Okay, so I got out all the Allens. There's just two of them. This bolt's stuck, so I don't want to fight it too much. I could probably get it out of there, but once I get the other side loose, I'll be able to move it around and just yank that out. Okay, so I got all the Allen heads and bolts out. All that's left is this really bad bent one. Off, ready?
Hi. Ready. It's getting off.
Plastic.
Mama,
All right.
I want to hug it.
There.
Go. It's off! Man.
Look at that. Get close up. Look at that. Not that close. That thing's beat up.
Wow.
Okay.
Now we're going to put this one on to replace that one.
Yeah.
Let's put that one on.
But first, we're going to have to get this winch off. Okay, so I have the Honda branded Warren winch on here. So you're going to need an Allen wrench. And the nuts on this side, they're recessed inside the little plastic piece, but you can get a socket in there. Next, we're going to take out this pin. Next is removing this plate here. So after all that's off, all that's left are the 4 bolts actually holding the winch into the plate, or onto the plate. And with all the bolts off, the winch just comes off. Easy peasy. So before I put the winch on the new bumper and try to fit it up, I'm gonna have to fix that issue. That tab got wrecked. So probably gonna have to heat it up a little bit, do some banging, see if I can get it close. If not, I might have to weld another bracket on there. But like I said, before I put the winch on the new bumper, I want to start test fitting and move this around a little bit so I don't have to deal with the extra weight. After banging on this thing for a little bit, I got it pretty close. Obviously not the most ideal way to do it, but everything looks like it's pretty close to being lined up. You can see I still got a little ways to go there. Get that perfect. But I think what I'm going to do after the fact, because this part's going to be kind of weak, so after I get this lined up and get this bolt in here, I'm probably going to throw a bead, weld that corner together, and hopefully it kind of acts like a gusset and just kind of reinforces it a little bit once it's on there. I won't weld on the nut or the bolt or whatever. I'll just kind of throw a pass in here to hopefully strengthen it up a little bit. What's your first impression? Do you like it?
Yes, I do. It looks better too.
Does it?
That one looks crusty, but I don't like it anymore.
Yeah, it's pretty crusty.
Really
yeah.
It is really dirty, but
Yep.
I like it because it's really clean.
This one's nice and clean.
I like it because it looks cooler and it's very shiny too.
Color match is pretty good, and I love the way it looks. I think it looks a little more rugged. And like I said, it saves me a little bit of room in the trailer. Okay, so on the bumper, the winch goes upside down. On the OEM one, it was like on its side. So after a quick fit, everything looks like it's going to be perfect. So I'm going to throw the hardware back on there. Throw the hardware back on there. But I'm going to drop a little, ooh, that's too much. A little bit of Loctite. I'll just rub that on this too. There. And blue Loctite. We want these to come off someday. Probably, maybe. How long is it, baby?
I don't know.
Oh, you got the tape measure?
12 years long.
12 years long. That's noon. So here's an issue I ran into if you're going from the standard for the OEM Honda winch and bumper setup. The bolt spacing on this one's about 3 3/4, and the bolt spacing on the Bosman Front Bumper is 6 inches. No big deal. I went on Amazon and got a 6-inch bolt pattern Warren Fairlead. So that'll be coming in a few days. I'm gonna go ahead and just get the bumper on. It looks like I got plenty of room to reach in here and get to the nuts to put the Fairlead on after the fact. So I'm just gonna keep going. We got to get this bolt, or 2 bolts, in through here. But on this side, you see the light? So if you're looking down through there, the bolt's coming through. We need to get this spacer that they provide in the kit to go
There.
through. I don't know if you can see that. So we got to get that spacer in there.
I can see it.
My hands are way too fat, so I'm going to make a little something real quick.
So you can use my hands.
They're both on. Now for the other side. Let's see if I can get up in there real quick. So for the one that's damaged down there. So since I knocked the bolt off,
We got these.
I got a longer bolt and a lock washer to help out there.
That one's
And I got all the spacers in.
Daddy, one of your pieces is broken.
Uh-oh. Okay, so I got all the Allens back, all the bolts tight. I got the winch all hooked back up again. Luckily, I didn't have to mess with the length on that, so that worked out perfect. All this side is on. The troublesome side's done. Let me get a light real quick. So I got the lock washer and Loctite on that. Go out. Hold on. Oh, that's backwards. Out. Okay, now we got it. Technical difficulties. She pushed the wrong direction. All right, we're good to go. All we need is that fair lead.